mimicking people. Français. What are you doing, Kemi?
I am watching.
Tongue twisters. God, record yourself. Un chasseur chassant, son chien de chasse. Apps is such a good tool, everybody. Sure. Find an app. We give feedback to each other. One out of many. Let me ask you, everybody, about your pronunciation. How is it like? Are you satisfied? Are you pronouncing words correctly, either in English, in French, in Spanish, or the language you're learning? Is this a little bit complicated? So in this video, everybody, I'm going to tell you the 5 techniques how you for real can improve your pronunciation. Let's go. Remember that there are certain challenges when we learn languages, right? And that might be from one language to another according to what's your mother tongue language. For example, if you are learning English, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, all these languages that are somehow similar to one another, so perhaps there are words that resemble to each other, are similar as well. The pronunciation might be a little tricky depending on what language. Alright, but yeah, that's just one out of many. I remember, for example, some certain sound like pronunciation in French words, especially because they're coming from that throw, like for example when you say Français, Jean-Pierre. So those type of pronunciation can be a little bit tricky also when you have to recognize the sound U, no, salut. So certain sounds can be a little bit tricky. Or for example, in Chinese, sometimes some people struggle, I struggle sometimes with the, these accents, right? The intonation with the sh, and things like that sometimes, especially when you don't know for real if is that the right pronunciation? Okay, but yes, this is when you get used to some sounds, some words, so you start developing your awesome pronunciation. Technique number 1, all right? You start mimicking people, all right? Mimic the person you like in that language. Oh, JP, I like perhaps how Michelle Obama talks, and you listen to her and you start, mimicking her. I remember I used to mimic Ellen DeGeneres a little, okay, because she was kind of, super spontaneous. She was also on the spot, really charismatic. So you listen and you try to reproduce the same sound, okay? Any language, you can apply this first technique for sure. The second technique you can do is to practice with tongue twisters. Okay, so you can improve your pronunciation like this one. Take a look. Alright, so this one is in English and this is for you guys, yes, to practice the sound b and the sound t. For example, Betty butter bought some butter, but she said this butter is bigger. So the idea is that you guys say it fast like this. Betty butter bought some butter, but she said this butter is bigger. Okay, so that way, everybody, you can improve your pronunciation, especially with certain sounds. Tongue twisters. I also found a tongue twister in French. Let's give it a try. Un chasseur chassant, son chien de chasse. Oh là là, c'est un petit peu incroyable. Un chasseur chassant, son chien de chasse. Alright, as you can see, I'm practicing the sound sash. And that way I'm also practicing a little bit of pronunciation. The third technique for improving your pronunciation is find an app. Alright, there are interesting apps out there you guys can find. You just go to Google Play, to App Store, and try to find the one you like. There are plenty. Alright, I just find, like here, for example, in my cell phone, one I really in here, which one is it? Like for example here, I found, right, a couple of them. I just type pronunciation. Okay, and I'm clicking in here in Elsa speaking English, right? Learning English. So this one can be a pretty good alternative. You install it, download it, and start to explore. Okay, apps for any language. Okay, you want to learn Japanese, Arabic, any other language you are interested in. Apps is such a good tool, everybody, for you to keep continuing improving your pronunciation. The fourth technique to continue improving your pronunciation, everybody, is record yourself. All right, you say what you are learning and then you listen to YouTube. Am I doing it correct? Is this the way it should be pronounced? For example, I'm gonna try to pronounce something in Chinese. Ni sui, I forgot. Ni sui xi huan zhi shenma. Right. So let's see how's my pronunciation. I'm gonna try to pronounce something in Chinese. Ni sui. Ni sui xi huan zhi shenma. Oh God, so as you can see, okay, my pronunciation is not that bad, all right? And if you do understand, please, you can answer in the comments for sure. The fifth technique for improving, yes, your pronunciation is to receive feedback. Okay, like for example, find someone at home or anywhere, okay, who speaks that language. So you ask that person for feedback, right? For example, in here, I'm with my niece, okay, and she's doing something. Akemi, hi. What are you doing, Akemi?
I am washing the dishes.
What else? It seems pretty like you're busy, huh? More or less. Okay, as you can see, now I can give her feedback or she can also give me feedback. Okay, so try to find, okay, someone at home so you guys can talk to and give feedback to each other. Okay, so remember, please, this is a pretty wonderful technique. I hope you guys liked this video. Okay, this was about 5 techniques you guys can apply for improving your pronunciation for sure. So my question now is, which out of these 5 techniques do you like the most? Maybe about mimicking other people, especially native speakers. The second, it was about tongue twisters, right? To keep repeating certain sounds. God. The third one about using apps. It can also be websites, right? You can find online and that way you also continue practicing. The fourth one about recording yourself and then you listen. Am I doing this correctly? Not, or where do I need to improve? And the fifth, for sure, the last one, to find some feedback, right? You start saying certain words, certain sentences, and you ask the other person, can you give me feedback? Can I give you feedback? Right? It can also be your teacher. It can also be like a person you think might help you out. So find that person so you guys can improve your awesome pronunciation. You can apply these 5 techniques to get better. Your pronunciation will be beautiful. Okay, maybe 1, 2, the 5th of them. If you know more, yes, try to put it into action, into practice. As for me, this is it, this is all, and we're gonna see each other in another video. Bye bye.